What's up, good people? How are you doing? Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Helen Nganga, for those who do not know me. So today it's a little bit sunny. It's hot. It's really hot here. And I want to welcome the new guys. Karibuni. Feel at home. God bless you for choosing this channel. And please stay. It's the right place to be. So for the returning subscribers, thank you so much for your continued support. So I forgive I have a little fever, but all is well. Anyway, today we are discussing about baby daddies and getting married with a kid, or getting married to a man who has his own kids. How is that? How are we supposed to accommodate these kids, and how serious does it affect our babies? So I have two people, a lady and a man and a gentleman, who has come forth for our advices. And the lady says, my baby daddy does not support us in any way. However, he insists on seeing the child. Whenever he visits, he takes the baby out and buys him toys, and so the child sees him as a rich guy. However, when I ask for school fees or medical support, he often says he does not have money. Should I continue allowing the man into our child's life or not? Okay. As per me, you're supposed to ask yourself these two questions. First of all, is he married? He is your baby daddy, but is he married or not? If he is married and he is continuing showing off his on and off in your lives, you should stop that man, because his life is continuing and he is wasting your time. That is if he is married. And another question you're supposed to ask yourself is, are you married? If you are married and the guy you are married to shows some support or interest on your baby, then you should cut off the baby daddy, because you cannot have two men in your lives who are not helping at all. So if you're married and your husband is taking care of the kid, then there is no need of you having the other man, the baby daddy, in the picture. But if at all you are married, there are men who neglect the child that the wife has come with. The men who mistreat those babies. There are men who shout at those babies. If that man is mistreating your child, then allow the baby daddy to be in the child life, because this child needs a parent. This child needs his father. But if at all the guy is responsible and does not mistreat your baby, then there's no need for the other guy to continue showing on and off, coming he's on and off, especially if at all he's married. You're supposed to sit down like mature people and agree on how you're going to raise this baby. If not, okay, if this guy is married and he is not willing to help your kids, yet he's helping other kids that he has given birth with the other woman, then there is a problem. You're not supposed to allow that man to show off, because toys are just something for the baby when he's young. But when you educate the baby, when you take care of his medical health, that's the best you can do for your kid. But toys, man, you should grow up. If at all you're buying toys and you cannot pay school fees, you better stay with your toys, because being the father is paying the school fees, medical health of the baby. When the baby gets sick, is he going to take that toy as medicine? or is the mother going to use those toys to pay school fees, then you have a problem. So check whether you are married or he's married. Then if you are single and you're willing to waste your time with this man, then continue. But if at all you're not married, this guy is married, he is wasting your time. So there's no man who will come into your life because already you have a man in the picture. And this man is someone else's man. So make a choice. Whether you'll continue wasting your time with that baby daddy or you'll choose your life. If you can take care of that baby alone, if you can take care of his fees, his medical issues, why will you allow someone to come in and on? He's always absent and present in your son's life. He's wasting your time. Then we have number 2. It's from a man. This one says, when we met, she was fully aware I had 2 sons from my previous marriage. Okay, she had a daughter too. Before we got married, she used to treat my boys so well. But later on, when her daughter moved in with us, she changed. We later gave birth to our own daughter. So we have 4 kids, 2 sons, 2 daughters. Since her daughter moved in with us, she started mistreating my boys to an extent where their school performance was affected. This woman mistreated the kids. The effect could be seen in their school performance. So to protect them, I allowed their mother to stay with them on the promise that I will cater for their basics, that is school fees and medical. Yes, school fees and medical. Now this lady wants me to stop supporting my sons and the other women plus any other member of my family. She's complaining that I spend more on my son's school fees and that I should take them to a public school. So I said I will start with her daughter then, or before taking my sons to the public. The daughter she got married with, because the little daughter is 1 year, the daughter she got married with is being treated the same way by the father, as the same way as he treats his son, because they're all in private schools. Now this mother wants the boys to go to the public school. Why? Hey. So she moved out when the guy now told this wife that he will start with the daughter before taking the boys. Yeah, he's right. She moved out claiming that I don't like her daughter. Should I go for her or let her be? Where women. So in this case, this lady got married to a man who had 2 sons and she had a daughter. When they were separate, they were living separately, this woman used to treat the boys perfectly. Later on, when the daughter came, she changed. Now she wants the husband to stop helping his sons. What's wrong with us women, actually? You found those sons there, so you are the visitor here or the newcomer there, and you want your husband to stop helping his own child, his own blood. You're not his own blood, your daughter is not his own blood, and you want this man to abandon his own sons. That one, it's very, very, it's being mean. That's being mean, because you cannot find someone with his sons and then you ruin the family circle, and all. You have not stopped. You want the man to stop helping the boys. Don't you think you're mean? That is being mean. So this woman is very mean to start with, and she doesn't know she's lucky, because if at all this guy took you in with your daughter, and your daughter is getting the same education as his son, you're not supposed to complain at all. The first mistake you did is to mistreat these kids, and due to that, they were sent away from their dad, which is very wrong. You found them in that house, in that home. Why would you ruin that union, that father and son's relationship, just to be there, just to prove to people that you are the one who got married? That is very wrong. So you should, if I were this man, I will not go for that woman. Instead, I'll take my sons and my daughter, the 1-year-old girl, and bring them home and continue with my life. Because if at all, these are two failed marriages. They are two failed marriages. The first one, I don't know why you separated with the first one. And this one, new woman, who is very mean to your kids. And now, because it's not working, you better stay with your babies. Those kids will never abandon you. Those kids will never have another dad. So when you get married with a baby and your spouse start mistreating this baby, that marriage cannot last. It cannot last when it comes to mistreating, or you're not supposed to show any indifference between these two. And that's where many people are going wrong. If at all you married that woman with a kid, you're supposed to treat that kid as yours. If you got married to your husband who has other kids and he's staying with them, you're supposed to accommodate the boys, because children are innocent. No one sent a letter and claimed to be born. No. So if your love cannot accommodate your spouse blood, then there's no marriage there. Before you, especially a woman, before you get married to someone and you have a kid, be ready to fight. Be ready. Or if you're not ready to fight, choose a very mature man, very mature. Someone whom you cannot differentiate whether he's the father or not, which is very rare. So before you get married with your kids, just know it's a battle, a lifetime battle that you should be ready or armed for. Getting married with a baby is not easy. Let me stop it at that. So we are doing the last one. Today we are talking about getting married with babies and getting married to someone who has babies, and how that goes. So the last one, someone asked, should a husband defend his wife from insult from his family? Yes. That is, if she's innocent. Yeah. The first responsibility of a husband is to defend the wife. But there are women who can never be defended. There are women who are always looking for trouble. They are looking for trouble 24/7. If at all you're living with your wife and she is always against your family, there are women who look for trouble east, west, central. You cannot defend someone who is abusing your mother. You cannot defend your wife who is insulting your mother, unless your mother is the one who is insulting your wife. There you can at least show them their boundaries, because you cannot do away with your mother and you cannot do away with your wife. But if at all it's your wife abusing your mother, that shows no respect, and you're not supposed to defend such women. because a parent is a parent. This woman gave birth husband and raised that man to where he is so that he can become your husband. So if your wife is abusing your mother, that's a different case. If your mother is the one reject your wife, just check whether she's right or not, because although there are women who hate your wife for nothing, because maybe there are women who feel that when a son gets married, then the finances and the support ends there. So you're supposed to stand your ground. You're supposed to balance this equation as a man. You're supposed to stand as a man. Help your mother. Do not stop helping your mother. And at the same time, help your wife. And the worst thing you can do is to make them stay in one house or in one compound. Separate them, because women will always be women. Yes, he's supposed to protect your wife. You're supposed to protect your wife from your relatives. But why are your relatives fighting your wife? You're supposed to be very wise, because they are all yours. You cannot separate your blood from your family. And again, you cannot stay without a wife. So guys, both should know their boundaries. If you are a mother, you should stay as a mother. If you are a son, if it's your mother, she's your mother. If it's your wife, you know the basics, you know the limits, you know where you're supposed to stay with, or to where you're supposed. Everyone has a boundary. Everyone has a lane to walk. You live separately. You have boundaries. Let not your family mistreat your wife just because she's your wife. Because most of us women, we see a wife as someone who has come to take over or to prevent our sons or our brother from helping them, which is very wrong, because he is a man and he is supposed to start his own family. There are people who cannot allow their brother or their brothers to have a family, especially those who are financially stable or who are financially able, who helps their family. The fact that he got married to another woman does not mean that he will not continue supporting you. So each and every one of you must walk on his or her lane. If you are a wife, behave like a wife. Respect your husband's boundaries, relatives. Respect your mother-in-law. Respect the sisters. And same applies to the sisters and brothers. You're supposed to see this woman as your brother's helper and not someone who has come to eat your brother's money, because that's where you go wrong. So respect. Let each and everyone respect one another, because when you respect each other, you will not have something like defense or why are you. These people are supposed to be friends, to come together as a family. They're supposed to accommodate your wife and welcome her to your family and be happy because the family is growing. You are gaining by coming to your family. This family is growing big, and then eventually you have kids, and growth will be seen. So that is it for today, guys. It was all about family, kids, fathers, sisters-in-law and brothers-in-law and mothers-in-law, and how and to treat your spouse kid. So do not mistreat someone's kids, because yours will be mistreated one day. Until next time, please feel free to subscribe, like, share, comment, and see you in the next video. God bless you for tuning in, and bye bye.